5 of what are being called successor series were originally in the pipeline, but one has been scrapped. However, there are still 4 potential new shows in the works. There was an exciting development in the world of Game of Thrones this week, as one of the long-discussed spin-off series has been given a pilot by HBO with a showrunner appointed. Jane Goldman penned the episode and will also serve as showrunner. Speaking to fans on his new website, Martin had endless praise for the screenwriter, who has also worked on the X-Men movie franchise, Kick-Ass and Stardust among others. Martin said, "We do have a showrunner, Jane Goldman, who penned the pilot script." He added, "She has been an absolute thrill to work with, and my god, what a talent." The series is expected to be released in 2020. Will Game of Thrones Season 8 be released before 2019? What will happen in the Game of Thrones spin-off series? We don't know exactly what aspect of the A Song of Ice and Fire world will be focused on in the series yet. Plot details will be kept tightly under wraps for the foreseeable, but with a world as expansive and rich as the one created by Martin, there are endless people, places and events that could end up being the focus. The only details that have been confirmed are that the series will be a prequel and not a sequel to Game of Thrones Season 8, and none of the characters from the show will be featured. Martin confirmed that the Goldman pilot is set 10,000 years before the events of the TV show. When will Game of Thrones Season 8 be released? This one really puts the pre and prequel, since it is set not 90 years before Game of Thrones, like Dunk. Canons will be referenced as in Martin's title suggestion. "My vote would be The Long Night," which says it all, "but I'd be surprised if that's where we end up," he said. According to Westerosi legend, the Long Night was a winter that lasted for many years when the White Walkers first ventured south, which took place thousands of years before the events of the books and show. Has the script for Game of Thrones Season 8 been leaked? Fans may remember in Season 1, Old Nan, played by Margaret John, told Bran Stark, "Isaac Hempstead right, kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts, and women smothered their babies rather than see them starve, and wept and felt the tears freeze on their cheeks. In that darkness the White Walkers came for the first time. A conflict known as the War for the Dawn arose from this event." When will the Game of Thrones spin-offs be released? So it looks like this particular spin-off will be focusing on this part of Westeros' lengthy history. 2 popular stories which predate the action of the show in the A Song of Ice and Fire franchise have been ruled out already by Martin. These specifically are the Dunk and Egg story and Robert's Rebellion. Who will die first in Game of Thrones Season 8? Martin said last year, "We're not doing Dunk. Many of you. I don't want to repeat what happened with Game of Thrones itself, where the show gets ahead of the books." He also confirmed, "We're not doing Robert's Rebellion either. I know thousands of you want that. I know there's a petition, but by the time I finish writing A Song of Ice, important thing that happened in Robert's Rebellion. Game of Thrones Season 8 will be released in spring 2019.